Oh my gosh, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. This is Yaya Diamond Interviews, and I'm so very excited to have my next guest on the show. As you can see, we have a book and we have an author, of course, and the brain injury. I think that a lot of us have gone through certain instances where we may have something that we have to deal with in life. And the brain injury is a book. It's on Amazon. You can go ahead and scan that QR code so that you can go there. But in the meantime, I have the author, the man, Derek Aong, on the show today. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we need to discuss this book.
Okay.
We need to discuss this book, and I'm really interested in all of the things that brain injuries and different things like that, and how they really truly affect you. So the book about James, the book of James, what is that about?
It's about brain injury, love loss, death, grief, and what should have been compassion, spousal compassion, and support.
Ooh, that's a big do. That's a big one. That's a big doing, how they say. And
Correct.
so, what inspired you to write this book?
Um, well, I have a brain injury myself.
Mm.
James contacted me in 2015. Oh, first, what is a brain injury? We don't all know. Um, you have difficulty thinking and processing. Difficulty understanding things. Your comprehension is messed up. You're easily distracted.
Mm.
Aphasia. Um, a lot of things. So anyway, I just wanted to spread the word about brain injury and neurobehavioral disorders.
Wow.
Want to
Wow.
give hope and help.
So am I
And
qualified? So I'm sorry, but am I qualified to talk about brain injury?
oh, you're fine.
I'm fine. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Um, yeah, just want to give hope and help because every 9 seconds, that's the latest figure, a brain injury occurs, and um, there's a great proliferation of trauma and discouragement. Um,
Wow.
and Jesus inspired me to write it.
Huh.
Um, and also death. Are you ready? I want to show you how to be sure.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Wow. So who is your target audience? I mean, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have brain injury and they may feel like they're not qualified to talk about it, but it could happen to anybody at any moment. Am I right?
Right, right. You never know. That's one of the themes in an instant, a new reality. Because we can talk about that later, um, but target audience would be TBI survivors, um, caregivers, families, parents, spouses, children. Hospital and doctor's office might like the book. My late neuropsychiatrist, local, he was just he couldn't say enough good about my debut book
Mm.
10 years ago.
Hmm.
And the point is that we can all be advocates for the less fortunate.
Yeah, yeah. Why is short-term memory such a huge problem?
Um, it's like a computer. You drop a computer, the motherboard or whatever, and the connections are all messed up. Same as the brain.
Mm.
The neural signals are just case in point. I have notes I'm looking at. I
Okay.
reviewed a lot of information.
Hmm.
My long-term memory is better. Maybe maybe tomorrow sometime I'll remember the interview.
Hmm.
See, that's one of the points for the book. Nobody gets our struggles.
Wow.
Nobody understood James. Um, they don't understand the deficits.
Mm. Wow. And we're showing the book right now on Amazon, The Book of James, A Brain Injury, Life and Legacy of James Carson. And so, it's something that we all need to be aware of. Like you said, it could change in an instant. My gosh. So why is brain injury called the invisible disability?
Nobody can see it unless you have physical symptoms like me. One of my legs is shorter, the leg doesn't work. My left arm does not work. Um, so, people say, oh, you have a stroke. No. But see, I have this physical problems.
Hmm.
But yeah, for most others that have a brain injury, maybe not most, but they act messed up, and nobody understands why. They don't give them. So
Wow.
it's invisible. It's not like a leg you can see.
Right, right. Wow, wow. So what do you want people to take away with this book? What do you want them to actually gain by reading this book?
Just to know that love is hard but worth it. Just to be kind and loving. Loss is a reality. How you going to deal with grief, brain injury, and trauma. I show you coping skills, things to say and not to say to those with an injury or those grieving.
Mm,
And the biggest thing, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow.
right. Yeah, true. So true. So true. So true. So what is the book's theme? I know that the book is about James, right? So
Yes, yes.
what is the theme about this whole
Well, the
connect?
theme we might have already discussed it. I forgot. In an instant, a new reality. It
Okay.
happens at least 3 times in your life. When you're born, boom, you're physical. You have a new reality.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you accept Jesus, you have a instantly you have a new reality. And
Mm-hmm.
then with the brain injury, boom, you're all different and have to relearn how to adapt and how to get along with whatever your problems or deficits are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then at death, boom, a new reality, heaven or hell.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true. Yeah.
another another theme, we gotta learn to adapt, thrive, and overcome, and death awaits us all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Well, whether we know it or not, we are living a legacy. Please explain that. Leaving a legacy. Like, what do you mean by that?
Right, right. When you say legacy, a lot of people think money. No, it's how you want to be remembered and the
Mm,
perception. What are you doing to be a good person, or
mhm.
how about a blessing to others? Um,
Mm,
because when people are talking about your legacy, we won't be talking anymore. Others will.
mhm. Yeah,
Were
that's
we kind? Were we loving?
true. Wow. Wow. What are the components of a brain injury? I mean, what does it contain?
Okay. Well, you got the physical, cognitive, neurological, perceptual, behavioral, um, emotional. So those, I mean, I go into that in depth in the book, but also the other points, the components of the brain, the outcomes differ with the brain injury.
Mhm.
Um, every brain injury is different, and think of like put an egg in a box, shake it around. What happens to the egg?
Right.
That's the brain
Yeah.
injury.
Okay, I got you. It becomes mush. It becomes mush. Wow. Wow. What would you leave us with today if you could say anything, what would you say to us today?
3 things. Um, just be loving. Only have one chance. Never know when your time's up. And again, we said it in an instant, a new reality.
Mhm. Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on. I know it's kind of difficult, and I can't wait for you to remember the interview. So, hey,
Okay, I'll
thank you
remember this
so much.
one. All right.
All right, Derek. And thank you guys so much. Again, we have the QR code up there in the corner. So I want to make sure that you guys know that that QR code is right there so that you can go ahead and scan that. Also, the link is in the description box below. If you're dealing with someone who has a brain injury, or you know someone, or you are that someone, I think this book might just help you through it a little bit. So don't negate to pick it up. All right, guys. Until next time, don't forget to dare to be different. Bye.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different.
Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you for watching.